That was a little loud. Hello, Mike. Oh. I'm dropping a lot of frames. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Let's tag my Discord here. And there we go. All right. Hey, Arizona Coyotes fan, Eileen's fan. How's it going? I think we're all good. I really hope that I'm not lagging that bad, and I think I am, is the unfortunate part. Yeah, I think I'm all ready. Damn, man. Okay, let's see. See if this is better. Maybe. I think my internet just sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me back to live. Yeah, I think my internet just is not very good. Really annoying. Well, hopefully it's okay now. It doesn't seem to be buffering, so we'll hope for the best. Yeah, I don't know, man. Might have to talk with my internet provider and see if we can get some better internet going, because, yeah, obviously... I mean, like, it was like 2 minutes into the stream, and I was already, like, 3 minutes behind. Obviously not exaggerating, but you know what I mean. I have not checked the Leafs lineup. Yeah, Panthers giving up 7 goals was crazy. That was crazy indeed. Let me check the Leafs lineup. Alright, so Leafs lineup is Nyes, Matthews, Nylander, Robertson, Tavares, McMahon, Joshua Waugh, Michelli. So Michelli's back in the lineup. Lorentz gets back into the lineup after being injured. And Lawton's back as well with Domi. And then Riley Carlo, Ekman Larson, McCabe, Mermis, and Myers. Who was one of the defense? I'm trying to remember who the other defenseman was last game. I don't remember. Still says that I'm buffering a lot, which sucks. That really sucks, man. Damn it. Anyways. Alright, so they're just doing the national anthems here. That's too bad. Stadium and Arena. That sucks. Yeah, so Lawton back in the lineup his first game this season. So we'll see how he does. And yeah, Cowan, I did see that Easton Cowan did get sent down, which is probably for the best. He's one of the few guys that, doesn't need waivers. So you can send him down. Even though he did get his first goal, I think it's understandable to send him down. I'm still dropping so many frames. I might not be able to stream, honestly. Oh my god, I'm so far behind again. Alright, the game is starting here. That is frustrating. That is really frustrating. Wow. Okay. I'm back, maybe. We're gonna try this one more time. If it doesn't work, I might just not be able to stream today. But I think we're okay. Maybe. Let me refresh. I think we're back. Maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. I'm not getting any frame drops right now, so we're good. All right. Let me... Yes, we are back, and I should be okay now. So I think I just need to restart my internet. Oh, lead pass for Willie. Here comes Nylander, cuts to the front, shoots, and it puts it wide. I almost came back for a goal. I've missed the first 3.5 minutes here. All right. I gotta move the clock. Is this a good clock? Nope, that one's not good. What about this one? That one's a good one. There we go. I think Cowan will become an important player for the Leafs, but I think it's best for his development to go down to the AHL. I think it was a good move. I agree. Yeah. I mean, there's a few reasons why it was smart. Like, one, it is good for his development. Defensively, he was not super sound, so it's definitely good for him to spend some time in the AHL, probably develop his defensive game. Ooh, that bounced right off of a body in front, just went wide. I can't stream the actual game feed. I can only stream my reaction to it. If I stream the game feed, I would get shut down very quickly. So I just have the clock and then my reaction. That's all I can do. But yeah, and also with Cowan, he's one of the guys you can send down without having to put them on waivers. With Yarncroke, you gotta put them on waivers, so it makes sense. Bruins fan here, but I like your jersey content a lot. Good luck to your Leafs. Thank you very much. Somewhat good luck to the Bruins. Even though I don't really want the Bruins to do well. I mean, it's a hell of a battle in the East right now. But I do appreciate that. Bruins have nice jerseys, though. As much as I dislike the team, they have really, really nice jerseys. Here's McMahon, who got a goal finally last game. Robertson had a really good third period. It was quite the comeback last game. But here comes the Mammoth, and there's a shot stopped. This is technically Matthew's childhood team, so he has to score. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a good pass by Nyes, who was on his knees. Found Nylander streaking, but put that wide. Yeah, it is Matthews. Well, technically, I guess it's not part of the Coyotes, right? They've separated that franchise. They kind of treated this as an expansion team in a way. It's not quite the same as, like, you know, the Jets moving to Arizona. Yeah, he was sent down to the Marlies. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the Leafs just have a lot of forwards right now. Um, that it's a guy that you can send down without having to waive. I think that's really the big reason. He had some defensive struggles as well, but you know, you do kind of expect that a little bit out of your young players. Um, Lucas Beckman is assigned to the Atlanta Gladiators. Interesting. McCabe trying to take that away. I've liked McCabe a lot this season. I'm gonna say, like, I think he's been one of the few Leafs players that is I thought stood out for a lot of games. And there's Lawton that gets spun around on a interesting hit there, just coming back from injury. Was it a broken foot that Lawton had? I'm forgetting exactly what his injury was right now. Domi after it. Lawton follows up. Lawton in front. Stopped. Rebound. Just put wide by Lorentz. As Lawton's looking for his first point here. The last Leafs game against Pittsburgh. Couldn't watch the first two periods, but I was able to watch the third. So the Sea Leafs down 3. I think the game was over, but I'm glad they made the comeback. Yeah, their first two periods were so awful, man. I almost, like, because I was watching the game back, I almost just didn't even watch the third period. Like, I almost just said, screw it. I'm not going to watch another period of this trash. But I stuck with it. There's the shot by Riley, just put wide on a Michelli feed, who he's playing against his former team. But yeah, they like, legitimately, that was the worst that they've looked this season by far, which is bad because they've not looked very good a lot of the time this season. But like, even in, like, they just looked so uninterested in anything. Right? Was that Riley? That's an offside call. See the chance. There's Lorentz with the backhand shot, and then, yeah, Lorentz's second opportunity didn't really have much to shoot at. He put it wide. Yeah, like, they looked so uninterested in those first two periods. Just weren't doing anything. Literally, they just were barely skating. Didn't move their feet at all. It was, like, terrible. It was so bad. So the fact that they came out in the third and actually played well and came back, like, not even just coming back, but yeah, like, I was very surprised. Very, very surprised. It was good to see Matthews get a goal, because I'm still worried about Matthews. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. Like, they say he's healthy, and, like, he does. He doesn't look like anything's bothering him, but just sometimes it's just, yeah. Like, I think maybe, is it just like Craig Berube's system that he just doesn't fit well in? Because, like, it's hard to tell as I have a throat bubble. Um, oh, I have to refresh my chat on my thing. Hold on. My chat's not right. That's... What if I do this? What if I do this? Give me a second. And there we go. Just had to refresh it real quick. Yeah, I don't know if it's just Matthews that doesn't really fit into Berube's system or what, but he does not look like the same player even now. I mean, he's starting to look a little better, but I don't know. I hope it's not a Craig Berube system issue that he can't thrive under. I hope it's not that. And he's just getting his feet under him for whatever reason. Good steal by Robertson to Tavares, shooting off the post. That shot by Carlo goes wide. Tavares on it again. He's at the blue line here. We'll send it in deep for Robertson. Robertson trying to feed it back in front. McMahon in the corner, and Schmidt take over and send it out. Oh, here's Stenlin with a little bit of room. Gets closed in on by Tavares. Which trade looks worse from last season? Deadline, Lawton or Carlo? That is a tough one. Like, I think probably the Carlo one. Because I'm a little bit higher on Minton than I am on Grabankin, even though I loved Grabankin. Grabankin, I think is great. I'm higher on Minton. And, like, they've both been pretty disappointing. Yeah. I don't know. They both have not been great so far. So it's difficult. That's a hard one. I think I would go with Carlo, but they're not that far apart. Yeah, I was thinking that too. If Matthew struggles was just because of Berube's coaching staff. But I mean, first game he scored 4 goals with Mike Babcock as our coach. Yeah, but I mean, it's still a different system. Like, Berube is, I don't know. Matthews didn't have really any struggling under Babcock. Here's a pass. Oh, man. Marcelli was wide open on the near side here. And that pass across was just intercepted. Now, shot by Kraus goes wide. And Ekman Larson will just lob it to center as his teammates were changing. Mark Stone is your favorite Senators player. It's fair. He's a very good player. Now here comes Clayton Keller. Over the line. Passes it back. And Matthews will cut off that pass in deep. Nylander trying to find McCabe, who was streaking up the middle of the ice, but that will be offside. We'll go back to another commercial break. 9:48 left to go here in the period. And score still 0-0. What other games are on tonight? Let's take a look. Let's see. So we got the Blues and Capitals that should be starting soon. The Blue Jackets and Flames, where Kadri is going to play his 1,000th game. So that should be good. I saw that there's been some discussion of maybe Kadri being moved now that he's playing his 1,000th game, that the Flames were kind of waiting on that. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. The Blackhawks and Canucks play in a couple hours, and then the Sharks and Kraken start at the same time, so that rounds out the games for tonight. Are the Kraken still doing very well? Let's see. No, they were for a bit there. Still third in the Pacific. I mean, it is still early in the season, so a lot of teams are, so close. You lose one game and another team wins, and you go down like 3 spots. But yeah, like right now, The worst team in um the worst team in the Eastern Conference has 13 points, and the highest is Montreal with 19. There's a little bit wider of a gap, 21-8 in the West. But yeah, so they celebrated Tavares' 500th goal tonight, right before the game started. 5 goals, 11 points in the last 8 games for Tavares. He's been fantastic so far this year, on an amazing deal as well. But yeah, of course, his 500th goal came against Columbus, who they did not have a very good game against. Although I actually didn't watch that game. It was it was funny because I completely forgot that they were playing that day. And I came home and I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about the Blue Jays, and then he mentioned the Leafs playing against the Jackets and how they just like played awful. And I was like, oh fuck, I forgot they played today. And it was like, oh, did I spoil it for you? And I was like, yeah, it's okay. I didn't remember that they played. I wouldn't. The only way that I would have remembered is by seeing the score. So yeah, I completely forgot that they played that game, which I guess it was a good thing for me. I didn't have to watch that trash. Oilers goaltending sucks. Yeah. Oh man, a weird defensive change allows Keller to get on it first. I guess they were waiting for icing. And that puck is played with a high stick, so the play it's called. Today is the Gladiators get a game at 10 a.m. Damn. That's an early game. Early game. So Lawton had 31 points in 80 games last season. Like I said, first game of the season, so we'll see. He's on the 4th line here, which is not exactly where the Leafs got him for. They were hoping he would be more of a 3rd liner. And that's a slap shot bomb by Sergachev that goes high. Leafs can't get the puck out. Here's Keller trying to work his way around Carlo. Carlo doing a good job battling for it here. Matthews in to help him out. That puck comes to Nyes. And Nylander will flip it high for Matthews. Just a little bit too far ahead for him, but he'll pass in front. Stopped by Sergachev. Sergachev with a good defensive stick. Doesn't allow Nyes to get the puck, who was open in the slot. Now a battle along the boards here. Matthews pokes the puck free, shoots, and just puts it wide. Mermis trying to keep the cycle alive here. Nyes good on the forecheck, but he's collapsed by 3 Mammoth players, and they'll get it out. Ooh, Myers fans on that puck there. He'll regroup and get it to Mermis. Yeah, that Nylander flip is just a little bit too far ahead for Matthews. If it was closer, he would have had a breakaway. Speaking of a little bit of a chance, here comes Tavares. Gets knocked off the puck, but now comes back. Ooh, that was a high stick by Tavares, and they do catch it. Yeah. Oh, they're saying it was his own stick. That's at least what Berube's saying, so let's take a look. So here's Tavares. Just Tanev comes back. Brandon Tanev comes back on the forecheck. It is his own stick. Yeah, it's Yamamoto's own stick, but they call it a penalty. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Where is my power play clock? That is my true question. Let me find it here. Actually, I think it should be the same, is it not? No, it is not the same. So Leafs on the penalty kill here. Trying to get the clock while also paying attention. There's a pass across. Good stick by Lawton. All right, let's... There we go. All right. So there we go. Now I got the clock. You think the Olympic jerseys will be released soon? Well, they've already shown the US one, and apparently tomorrow the Canadian ones are going to be released. So, hey Nick, how's it going? It's still 2.5 hours till puck drop. The Blackhawks. I hate when they have to go out West Coast. Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame you, especially when you live on the East Coast. Those games can be brutal. How's your stream for the Hawks and Jets? I didn't get to see it, unfortunately. I was working, but how did that game go? Any word on when the Stadium Series jerseys will be revealed? No word as of yet. They usually get released though, the Winter Classics usually get revealed like sometime. Oh God, sorry. It just came out. I didn't even really expect that. Sometime. Ooh, there's a quick shot stopped. Can the Leafs get it out? They can. Okay. But I would say usually November, late November is usually when they get revealed. Something like that. And then the Stadium Series usually get revealed a month after. So I don't think we'll see the Stadium Series ones until probably December or January. Something like that. So still a little ways away. It went well. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I like the Four Nations face-off jerseys, USA and Canada. That is fair. I'm not a huge fan of the USA ones, but the Canadian ones grew on me. I wasn't a massive fan of them when they first revealed. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Leafs. Joshua Lorentz shot gets deflected wide as Joshua goes into the goaltender. Is that Vanacek? I actually don't know the goaltender right now. In goal for Tavares with the shot. Stopped. It is Vanacek. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Riley's coming up the boards here. His shot drifted wide. Winter Classic normally gets released around 20th of November. Stadium Series late December, early January. Yeah. It's usually a month before the game. Most of the time. Month and a half. That's what they usually go for. I was wondering if they get revealed in time for Christmas shopping season, but perhaps not. Probably not. I remember people complaining about that in previous years. About those jerseys not being available in time for Christmas shopping. I remember that. So I don't think the Stadium Series jerseys will. Glad the USA is wearing the 1960s uniform for the Olympics, finally. Not the crappy Nike Olympic template. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not a huge fan of the Nike one either. Good keep there by OEL. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any Leafs on Team Canada this year. Maybe Tavares if he continues to play great. Here's Michelli across a shot. Oh, man. That was close. A good little move by Michelli. Yeah, Tavares could be on Team Canada, but yeah, Riley won't, right? And yeah, no one else really. Leafs don't have any other Canadian player that's good enough. It's basically Tavares has the chance, but there is so many. I mean, I think a main thing that is a positive for Tavares is that he has, the veteran aspect, which seems to be a thing that a lot of the Olympic teams like, is they like to have those veteran players. They usually give that more over the the younger guy, so that and Tavares has been playing very well too. So, that helps. Looks like Canada's going with Bauer for the Olympics. I've heard that Bauer is just doing the replica jerseys, but I don't know. That might be wrong. It's just something that I read. I don't know if that's true or not. And now here comes the Leafs, 2-on-1 with McMahon and Tavares. McMahon hold, shoots, and stopped by Vanacek. And now two Leaf players collide in the offensive zone, and Utah can't capitalize. Man, that was a terrible pass. I don't know who that was on Utah, but two Leaf players collided in the Mammoth zone. Here's Lorentz. He'll pass it back for Riley. Nice little move there. In front! And that's shot wide by Domi. That was a good pass by Riley. Carlo trying to get it across. Krause centering, scores! What a little play by Lawson Krause. Damn. There's Carconi that does get the finish. So here's McMahon. He really wanted to pass, but there was no play there. And then here's Carlo, just not quick enough. His pass gets intercepted by Krause, and he just beats Carlo. Gets that pass away from Riley. Domi's not on his man quick enough because Riley went after Krause. That's just a bad defensive breakdown. Oh, Carlo. Oh, Carlo. We know Matthews and Nylander on the Olympic teams, and Nyes maybe too. Yeah, I think Nyes could make it. There's a shot and fought off by Stolars. Jeez. Thinking Spencer Knight will be a backup in net for USA. He could be. Yeah, he's been playing well. 2012 Gladiators unveiled a maroon alternate. I do like maroon jerseys. I think this is the 9th straight game the Leafs allowed the first goal. It does feel like it. I don't know if that's true, but it does feel like it. Carlo beaten to the puck. Domi covering nobody in the middle. Yep. I don't think Domi was ready for Riley to go back behind the net, but yeah, it's just terrible defensive play by literally everyone there. That will do it for the first period. So Leafs, who that had a decent first for the most part, one really bad defensive play, and they're down by 1. That is tough. I saw you were selling some jerseys and sweaters. Yeah, there's a couple that I'm selling just because, one, I had to get some car repairs done that were expensive. So, 1 for that, and 2, I've been thinking about selling them off for a while. Some of them at least. So, I thought that I might as well do it now. So, Boston Fleece Dust. Yeah, that was not a very good play by him. It was pretty bad. That was tough. Oh, Carlo. Oh, Carlo. All right, let's do some dolls. Why not? Why not? Let's do this, and then this, and then that. This. No, not popping up. I don't want to pop up. Why is that not working? One moment. Let me put that on while I wait to figure it out. Still waiting on Centennial Hawks jersey deliver. Did you get it through Fanatics, or where'd you get it from? Oh, that's why it's not working, you fucking idiot. There we go. All right. We'll stop that. And we'll do this. There we go. You think the Leafs would try and trade for Rasmus Anderson? Probably not. I think he is too expensive for what the Leafs would like. I don't know what they would trade to get him. They have like no first picks, so not sure why Carlo was struggling this season. He was really solid for us, and our defense has been shaky without him. Yeah, I don't know, man. He was. I mean, he wasn't awful, like in the last half of last year, like when we got him, but he wasn't great either. He's been really bad this year. But our defense in general has also just sucked. Our defense in general, like Lane Lambert, like I think that him going to Seattle has screwed us over a lot more than I expected. Derek Lalonde has not been it for our defensive coach. You pre-ordered it from the Blackhawks. Oh, okay, like from their team store. Gotcha. So I know like a lot of people have been having issues with ordering from Fanatics recently, where their orders are taking forever, then getting canceled and stuff like that, and getting delayed. Was it did you get an authentic pro or just a premium? No take backs on the trade though. We're liking Minton a lot. Yeah, I'm sure you are. All right, so we got a 1996 release, 428 million views on YouTube. This sounds real familiar. Sounds real familiar. Okay, somehow that made it less familiar to me. Okay, what's the next one? This like almost sounds like Jenny from the Block, but don't. Is it Jenny from the Block? Is that not? What's the? Am I high? Is that not what the song is called? Or they just don't have it here? Don't know. Okay. Well, let's go next, I guess. I'm struggling with this one. It sounds real familiar. Oh my god. Oh, I should know that part right there. But I don't. I should know this one. I really should. Wow. I don't know, man. Slang for no doubt. Slang for no doubt. Slang for no doubt. What is slang for no doubt? Like for sure. No. Dude, I don't know this one. That's crazy. What is it? No diggity. Damn. I think I have heard of it, but I'm not super familiar. I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna listen to the real thing. Give me one moment. I wanna hear the real thing. You got a premium, but ordered it customized. Okay, I see. Justin Hall might be a better defenseman than Brandon Carlo. Holy moly. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, Justin Hall was okay sometimes. Okay, yeah. I definitely have heard this song, but just not familiar with it extremely. Um, but some music on while I do the rest of it. Um, I hope the Blackhawks release the black jersey very soon. I want to get one with Knight on it and call it my Dark Knight jersey. That's great. Yeah. I mean, I think February is what they were saying, or something like that. Is what one person was saying. Is when they'll use them. So we'll see. This is Costa Rica, by the way. That one was easy. And we'll go to this one. We'll guess Costa Rica. Why not? Close. I hate when we get close to islands, because I'm so bad with the islands. It's an island. Fuck. It's like Cuba. It's really close to Cuba. Puerto Rico. No, Puerto Rico's a territory. Haiti, maybe? No, not Haiti. Fuck. It's like Bermuda. Nope, not Bermuda. It's close to here. I do not know. It's not the USA, hey? Oh, it's just the US. Oh, it's just the US. God damn it, bro. It's just America. That is funny. Well, I literally just... I'm glad that I totally thought it was an island. That's really funny. That is so funny. I didn't even think of it being America. Mark Stone returns to the Senators for Lars Eller. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Golden Knights like Stone. That being said, though, they do like trading away players. Blackhawks are giving away a Chris Chelios bobblehead in the black jersey next month. I have a feeling might surprise the fans with it that night. I thought that night was in February, but yes, I did hear that they were thinking about it that night. I'm trying to remember. Was it? Yeah. Or maybe I heard two separate things. Maybe I heard from one person it would be in February, and then there was the other, the podcast that had interviewed one of the head people that I already forget her name. But I talked about it when the black jersey was leaked. Yeah, they said that maybe it would be on that night, so I don't know. Anyways, so we could go Armenia to Germany. Problem was I don't remember exactly what's around Armenia. Is this like by Georgia and... Fuck. Is this just like Turkey? Do we go Turkey here? Okay, it wanted me to go through Russia. Damn. Okay, well, we'll just go Turkey, Bulgaria, Serbia. What would be a good connection here? We need to get to Austria. Croatia, Austria? Austria. You need to connect to Slovenia here, don't you? I wanted me to go through Hungary. That's what it is. Hungary's right there. Yeah. Alright, not a great performance. Yeah. Hungary, then Austria. Not a great performance. Oof. I usually don't get the 2 extra. Yeah, I wanted me to go through Azerbaijan to Russia, Belarus, Poland, then Germany. I'm bad with, like, this section of Europe. This section right down here. Not very good with it. Yeah, Jamie Faulkner. That's who it was. That's who it was. Let's do... I feel like... I don't know, I might know this one, so we'll do this one. Or you could go up and over, starting with Poland, then Ukraine, Russia. Yeah, that's how it wanted me to go. It wanted me to go through Russia. great. I remember when McKay first got here, wasn't the greatest after, but after he got a full season under him and he's been one of our best defensemen, yes. I do. I remember, I think, saying the same thing with Carlo. Yeah, where you said you were hoping with Carlo too. Yeah, I remember doing that comparison with Carlo last season. Because he wasn't terrible in like the playoffs and stuff, but he wasn't great. It's like Daddy's Home, something like that. Nope. Help. No idea. Oh, this is Zombieland. Yep, this is Zombieland. Damn, people got it here? Okay, I'm like, oh, the little front half of the truck there. Damn, that's crazy. People got it here, too. People are insane, man. Yeah. 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 That do be Zombieland. Doobie-doobie-doo. Also interviewed Danny Wirtz, who is the owner of the team, about 2 weeks ago, and he was trying to say... you weren't sure if it was a Mitchell and Ness jersey? Yeah, well... Let's see, hold on. Which ones do I want to do? We only got 3 minutes left. We'll do some quick ones. And maybe we'll do some more in the second intermission. This is angle. We have to guess the angle. Just this little guy right here. The blue line. So that's 12. It's hot. 19. Boiling. 21. 21. It's 9 plus 10. I think we'll hold off on the other ones for now. So we only got 2 minutes left, so. We'll chillax for the rest of them. 2 weeks ago, one of the Blackhawks beat writers got a black jersey in the mail and tweeted it out, and then had to delete it pretty quick. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously. Oh, it got leaked to that one guy forever ago. Well, a week. Let's see. What would have been a month ago? A little over a month ago now, I think. So. Yeah, I definitely think soon. It's coming soon. Oh, I'm not even live. Oh, I was like barely not live. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a matter of time. I gotta blow my nose. 1 second. Yeah, I'm excited for them to release that jersey, but speaking of the Mitchell and Ness jerseys, though, I think I might make a video on them soon, again, because there was a couple new ones that aren't really that new anymore. I think they were released like a month ago, but there's a couple of new ones that I was like sort of happy that they added them, so I might talk about them again soon. We'll see. Depending on how I feel. Panthers are currently out of a playoff spot. What if they actually miss the playoffs? Don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, it would be great. I would be happy about that. Yeah, they are last in the East right now, but I don't think that's going to last. I need to get a Fanatics White Blackhawks jersey so I can get the Centennial patch added to it. Might order one from Ben H. I saw he has White Authentic Pros. Does he have White Authentic Pros? I know he's had some issues with Fanatics as of late. I know that he... Oh, he does. He does have the White Blackhawks. Interesting. And the White Avalanche as well. And the White Sharks. It's only a couple of teams. He has a few of them. Hardy Yamachuk now playing for the Beverly Senators. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I know like a lot of the white authentic pros, the thought was that they were going to be like a big thing this year, like every team was going to have them, and it's not really been the case. And then even just in general, Fanatics has kind of been it pissed me off a little bit, and I haven't even ordered from them. So I'm sure if I ordered from them, I'd be even more angry about them. But they've recently been like, I don't know. I know they've been annoying. They've been really annoying. If the Panthers made the playoffs, I think it would be great for the Leafs Stanley Cup odds. Yeah, I don't think the likeliness is high either. That is for sure. All right, so second period, we are getting ready to go here. Let's go second. They just showed where Austin Matthews was giving a shout out to Riley for getting second all time in Leafs defenseman for points, and he was not very he did not want to talk. He was like, I'm good. Yeah, I did see that earlier today that he's second all time in points by defenseman for the Leafs. I mean, he's been here a long time, so. And he is a good offensive defenseman. Yeah. So, Boreas Alming is, of course, the guy ahead of him. There's a quick shot, and Stolarz makes the save. So there's the pass back, and oof, OEL almost gave a little bit of a screen to Stolarz there on the flyby. Nylander can't lift the puck out. Keller holds the line. OEL trying to chip it out here, and now a centering play. Good stick by Nylander. Tie up his man. Yeah, I think they did a good job honoring Salming before he passed as well. I mean, it's unfortunate that it was kind of like known that like it was coming, so it does it's good that they thought to do that though. I think it was very nice, very touching. He was, yeah. There's a shot. Up to Tavares. Good pass across. Carlos shooting. And that's put wide. I think maybe got a little bit of a piece of that was Vanacek. Now Riley in front. Tavares had that deflect into the corner. McMahon, he gets tripped up. Now Cooley out with it. He gets that taken away by Robertson, and that is going to be offside. Damn. See, my profile is oh, I see. That's a good profile picture. I'm glad those dumb Bieber jerseys were finally retired. I got to see the Leafs the first time in person on the 15th. Nice. I never hated those Bieber jerseys. I thought they were fine. The weird part about them was that they were reversible for absolutely no reason, but most of the time I didn't even think about that. Like I that didn't really affect my ranking of the jersey because you never see it at all ever. So like just looking at like the main part of the jersey, I think the jersey was decent. I think it was a decent looking jersey. I am glad that it's gone because we don't need another black third jersey. We have so many of them. And I don't mind the Leafs using a black jersey. Wraparound by Carcone wide. I don't mind another black, or I don't mind a black jersey for the Leafs. I think it's fine just solely for the Leafs itself, but we don't need another black jersey. That's something that's cracked me up about Carlo in Boston. He would actually get good scoring chances, but just couldn't finish. Yeah. He has not scored yet as a Leaf so far. And, I mean, the Leafs, it's funny because, like, in previous years, the Leafs defensively, they just didn't get any scoring from their back end. They've gotten a little bit more this year, but in previous years, it's been really bad. I'm a guy who doesn't like jerseys with black numbers on a black base jersey. Yeah, I mean, that was maybe the worst part of it, in my opinion. So yeah, it is the second period for the Leafs, which has been just a struggle. Just like hell on earth for the Leafs this season. They have been so awful. So let's see if they can turn that around. Joshua had that broken up in front. Michelli battling with that Utah player. I don't know who that is, I'm going to be honest. Is that going to be a hand pass? No, they didn't touch it. Looks like the Stars will be bringing back their Reverse Retro 2.0 as the third. Which honestly make it a home jersey. Yeah, I did see they were wearing the pants for the Reverse Retro 2.0. I don't like, I wasn't really super high on that jersey. I don't know, maybe I'll have to pay closer attention to it now that it's coming back as a third, but I don't know, like I liked it, but I wasn't like super excited about it. I don't know if Leafs can add much because we traded away all our picks and prospects. Yeah, we don't have a lot to give away anymore. It's if we're making trades, it's hockey trades. It's guys off our roster. Oh, Riley's pass. I think he wasn't trying to pass. I think he was trying to stick handle and it rolled off his stick. Another reason I don't like the Kraken third. I gotta say, the Kraken third on ice, I actually... Ooh, that puck goes off McCabe's stick and up and out of play. At least, was it Decord in goal for that game? Whoever the goalie setup was, that setup looked so sick. That looked dope as hell. The player ones I was still iffy on, but the goalie setup looked really good. Matthews has a lot of talent. Shouldn't matter who his coach is. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I do think coaching, like, it... If he's being asked to play a different way, I think it will affect... Like, Craig Berube is a lot more of a defensive coach than the Leafs have really had. Even though the Leafs defense has sucked. But, you know, definitely more defensive-minded. So, you know... Oh, here's Tavares. He drew a penalty, but he still has the puck. Stops up, sends in front. Now here's Nylander. Scores on the delayed call on William Nylander, who is just racking points up this season. So here's Tavares on Simashev. He gets the holding call, but Tavares sticks with it. Good little stop up, sends in front, and Nyes does a good job poking it free as well. Where Nylander's all alone and right in front. No one on him. And he goes on the far side. Willie for Ross. Yes. Yes. Damn, points in 10 of 11 games for Willie. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a wobbly puck, so not easy to control. Savannah Ghost Pirates are wearing a specially Spider-Man jersey today. Oh, that's sick. I love those ECHL jerseys and AHL jerseys, those specialty nights. They're so fun. I do like I like it's just something that like I half want the NHL to do, to have more like fun jerseys like that, but also not at the same time. Well, yeah, so Nylander actually does he kind of fights off Peterka a little bit. That's what allowed him to kind of get in front of him. That's a good goal. With all the players cashing in recently, I now think 11.5 is a good contract for Nylander. Yeah, I do too. I mean, like, I think it was a fine contract. Ooh, Carlo with a slapper stopped, but I think I thought it was like a decent contract, like not a steal, but not a terrible contract when it was first signed. But yeah, with how much the just the the structure of the NHL has changed so much in the last 6 months of just like what guys have been getting. Um, like you almost have to reevaluate all these contracts now. Like even reevaluating McDavid's contract, like who that he just signed, like a month and a half ago, whatever it was. Like it already looks like it was already an insane deal at the time, and somehow it's gotten even better in like a month. Like it's yeah, it is a good deal for Willie. Here comes the Mammoth, and that's a good save. Still trying to get used to calling him the Mammoth. Uh, minor league baseball have some neat specialty jerseys too. Yeah, I'll have to look up some of those. But yeah, I do really like the minor league jerseys. They're just really fun. I don't think like I would like for the NHL. I know they've gone away from practice jerseys. I would like for them to bring those back, and then have those crazy jerseys just, or not in practice jerseys, the warm up jerseys is what I was trying to say. But I would like to have them during warm up just to wear those wacky jerseys. You don't have to wear them for a full game. I think that's a little bit too far. For the NHL, I think it's fine for AHL and stuff like that. But contracts have inflated, but Nylander stepped up. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, both of those things have happened. Who was the worst contract? Is that supposed to be Pedersen? Like Elias Pedersen? Or Jonathan Huberdeau? Well, Huberdeau is what? Huberdeau is 10-5, and is Pedersen 11? What's Pedersen? Um, 11-6. Damn, he's really getting paid 11-6. Hey, I see. I think it is. I think I would have to say Huberdeau because, like, I know Pedersen's kind of been struggling for a while now, but I think I have more faith in Pedersen to turn it around still, which is, I don't know, maybe weird to say because it's not like it's just been a very short stint for him. It's been like over a year. Um, I think Huberdeau problem should be in the East. West has a tighter defensive system than the East. Interesting. I never thought of it that way, to be honest. Yeah, like, I mean, the other thing as well is like, ooh, turnover. Here's the shot, and that just goes high, like Gunther. Um, the thing with Huberto is like he doesn't really quite have the same guys that he had in Florida, and he is more of a setup man. But he's been having more issues than just that. It's been I think he's gotten better like since first coming over from Calgary, but it's still pretty bad. It's still really bad. Honorable mention for worst contract was like Trent Frederick. What is his contract? Trent Frederick contract. Oh man, 3.8 for 8 years. Really? I mean, it's more like the length of the contract than really anything. Um, what are your thoughts on the game from a few weeks ago between the Hurricanes and the Avalanche wearing the Whalers and Nordiques throwbacks? And they're going to wear them back again in North Carolina. Um, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people were very are are very iffy on them wearing the Nordiques and Whalers throwbacks. I I think it's fine. Um, I I do somewhat get people's disappointment with it, but I do personally think that it's more honoring those teams than it being disrespectful. So, and I mean, I think the game looked really nice. It was very, very beautiful. Like those jerseys are so sick. Yes, it is 2019 or 2020. This would have been the 2020 All Star jersey. It is blank, no number. I've thought about getting Matthews on this one, but I'm lazy. Oh, nice little play by Nice. Oh, he couldn't send it up front to Matthews, who was all alone. Nylander good on the forecheck here. But Utah does come up with the puck. Good keep by Carlo, I think that was. Gwyneth Gladiator, first jersey. Around OT Sports from 2000. Interesting. Here's Michelli with it. To Matthews. Scores! What a bomb from Austin Matthews! And Michelli gets a point against his former team. Wow! Yeah, dude. That's the Matthews that we need. He's heating up. He's heating up. Good little stick lift there by Michelli. Finds Matthews, who has a guy on him, but he still bombs it. And right up top, where Mama keeps the cookies. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Um, the Heritage Classic between Winnipeg and Calgary should have been both teams wearing Atlanta throwbacks. Yes. Oh my god, that'd be great. Oh, they should do that so bad. Oh, they should do that so bad. Oh, I want that to happen. That's great. That's a funny idea. I love that. Um. Oh, I gotta update the score here. Um. Hold on. Let's catch up here. Wish the Mammoth would have added the logo on their away jersey as well. Oh, here's a shot. Ooh. Um. Instead of the stupid word mark, would look better with the logo. I agree. I'm with you. Still think Utah should have put their. It's funny that both Donald and Nick said the same thing. That's great. You guys both said it at like the same time. Yes, I agree. I'm with you both. I'm not a. I understand the thought behind it, but I disagree with the thought. I don't like. I get them wanting to represent themselves on the road. That's a big offside. Um, represent their home state on the road and stuff like that. But I just think it looks worse. Finally, Michelli makes a play I was hoping for. Yeah, the thing with Michelli is like he got scratched, and I think that was fine. But like he, I think he's been making good passes. Just a lot of the passes that he's been making have been going to guys that just haven't been able to finish. Like he's made some really nice passes. I really think he has. Um, yeah, he's finally been able to find Matthews, and Matthews finally been able to get a good shot away. Mammoth away jersey reminds me of the Atlanta Thrashers jersey, navy blue shoulder patches. Since they wore, since they wore two different jerseys. Yeah, a little bit. I can see what you're saying there. Yeah, I've never really been a massive fan of the two different jerseys for home and aways. I like them to at least be like they don't have to be the exact same, but they can be like Minnesota's or Montreal's, where they have the same feel to it. They have the same vibe to it. It's not just an inverse of the jersey, but it's close. Um, Whereas with Carolina, I mean, I guess Utah's is fairly similar. It is basically just instead of the logo, it's um it's the word mark. But yeah, like with Carolinas, that's quite different. Second jersey brand is SP Apparel. Interesting. Have you seen the new full? Yeah, yeah. Those new full Mammoth logos are really nice. Yeah, a 50 goal season for Matthews would be sweet. He has 8 goals, so and he's heating up here. That's what's important. Is that he's starting to heat up. Here's Peterka in front. Good save by Stolars. And Lawton with a shot to a Mammoth player who sniper in the crowd. And I think Lawton's going to get a penalty off that. Man, Carlo just... Again, man. That's not a great play from Riley either. Huge save by Stolars. And Lawton does get up a little high on... I think Lawton got up a little high. Let's see. Are they going to play it one more? Let's see. Yeah, he got him right in the side of the head. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's a rough. That is a rough. I'm not gonna complain about that one. That's yeah. Hurricanes do have an identity crisis. Yeah, they sure do. So let's looking sharp. Hopefully, is turning the corner. I mean, yeah, like I think a lot of the issues that he had was just the Leafs' defensive system has been really bad so far this season. Saying hopefully because he's on my fantasy team. I see. That's fair. Yeah, he statistically has not had a great season, but I don't think that he's been terrible. There's something like there's a couple of goals where you go, that's really bad on Stolars, but I'm giving him some leeway for right now. That's a good stick there that jumps over the head of Sergachev. And that puck is offside. Ooh. A play does come out. Is that a penalty? Utah is wanting a call. I don't think it's going to be a penalty, considering it was just one Utah player that wanted the call, and the rest of them didn't really react. So I'm gonna. They are looking at it though. They're talking about it. Let's see. Did it go straight out or not? No, I don't think. Let's see. So it's Lorentz. That's a penalty. Wow. The Leafs get away with one. The Leafs get away with one. That should have been a call. Wow. It was just a rolling puck that Lorentz gets under, and he lifts it high, and no call. So Leafs get lucky, but here's the shot. It trickles to the side, and Cooley's looking to center it. Now he does, and that's swallowed up by Waugh, who will lift it down the ice. I'm a Bruce fan with Stollards and Montembeau on my fantasy team. It's been a weird season. That's funny. That is very funny. What if Fanatics making an Atlanta Thrashers white jersey? I would be. I mean, I'm a little surprised that they haven't done any like vintage line to Atlanta. Like they don't even have like. Oh, Lawton or sorry, McMahon jumps on that, just spins it wide. So the Leafs kill off the penalty. Here's Tavares trying to get it to Lawton, and that's taken away. Now the Mammoth go back into the Leaf zone, but they'll snuff it out. Yeah, I'm surprised that the NHL hasn't done like a Fanatics vintage or even like a Mitchell and Ness. Oh, here's a pass, streaky play, great job. Was that Carlo? And they're gonna call that a penalty, but it was Hayden that was almost in alone. Carlo with the diving play gets the puck. So Carlo dives. He does get the puck. He trips him up as well. I mean, I forget if yeah, like I guess it's because his glove got the skate. I don't know. Either way, I think that was a worthy penalty to take, even though he did get the puck. It's a worthy penalty to take because Ayton was all alone, and the Leafs did just have a good penalty kill. So let's see if they can do it again, and they got it clear right away. As I was saying about the Thrashers, though, surprised that there hasn't been a Mitchell and Ness throwback or a Fanatics vintage throwback to them, because those jerseys are pretty popular. People like them. That's a good play there by the Leafs, and they're able to get that one out too. Told you, man. November is the month where the Leafs play better. I mean, it's true. They've historically been pretty bad over the past couple of seasons in October, and they just kind of turned on in November. I mean, to be honest, it is kind of similar just to how the Leafs play games individually. Like where they start off poor, there's a shot tipped, save, and it was loose for a moment. There's going to be some pushing and shoving afterwards as there was a little poke on Stolarz. But that is how the Leafs usually play their games, is they start off, most of the time they start off pretty poor and they turn it on. So it's kind of like how they do their season for the most part as well. Yeah, Yamamoto was looking for that loose puck. He was poking at it, trying to find it. A minute, 11 seconds left to go here in the Utah power play. And Waugh's going to get kicked out. Why? Lawton to take the draw against Cooley. And Lawton does win it. Leafs do manage to get it out off that one draw. Here's Keller across, cut off by Waugh. Now Lawton, can he get there in time? He does. But the Mammoth do get back. Yeah, it was almost a 2-on-1. But just couldn't quite get there. Another good stick there by Myers, and that's going to get cleared again. Vanacek out to play it. He'll get it to Keller as the Mammoth try and reset here. Get pointed in the right direction for them. Now, over the line. Cooley with it now. Mammoth are in the zone. They're set up. Leafs in their defensive structure. It's down low for Keller. Keller coming up high, and that jumps the stick of Schmidt. But he's able to get it down low. Gunther. His shot stopped. Rebound. It's loose. Stolarz didn't know where it was, but it was poked away from the slot. Good defensive play. There's another shot by Gunther. Saved by Stolarz. Now that gets wrapped around. It's going to be an icing call against the Leafs, but they do kill off the penalty. Wow. That puck was sitting alone, and it was Mermis that cleared it. So here's the shot by Gunther. Stolarz makes the save. He thinks he has it, but he doesn't. And it's Mermis who was by the post battling with Keller. He does a good job, actually, right there, to force Keller out. Schmaltz was on the doorstep, though, almost there. That's a really good play by Mermis. And that Stolarz makes the save, and he'll hold on to that, allow the Leafs to get a change. So the Leafs, with 2 good penalty kills there, and they're up 2-1. I think Brube said that Wolves should be back soon. That would be huge. We need Stolarz to get some rest. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that Woll is probably still going to play like some AHL games just for conditioning, but hopefully he's not down there too long. Yeah, Stolarz definitely needs some rest because Primo is not it. He's not it, man. Ovechkin finally got 900. Damn. I was against the Blues. Yeah, there it is. 900 from Chychrun. You see the Dallas Stars were said to be seen wearing black pants to go along with their first jerseys after moving to Dallas. Yeah, there's some speculation that it's just the reverse retro jersey, because the reverse retro had the pants are slightly different from the first jerseys moving to Dallas. The Dallas on the side is silver on the new jerseys, like on the reverse retros, the uniforms, where it was white on the original uniforms. So people are thinking that it's the reverse retro 2 jersey. And I do have to sneeze again. 1 second, or blow my nose. All right, there we go. Yeah, so slightly different. But yeah, so it looks like it's probably going to be the reverse retro 2 as the Stars 3rd jersey. Or at least something close to that. Something similar. Yeah, congrats to Ovi on 900. We'll see how far he can get. Obviously, he's making history every single time he scores now, so kind of would be cool for him to get 1,000. Oh, Robertson! Just can't get around his guy. Obviously, it's going to be difficult for him to get to 1,000, but it would be cool. I mean, he would have to play for a few more seasons, right? He's not going to hit 1,000 this season. Imagine he just decides to go insane. It's 100 goals in the next 70 games or whatever. So 3:57 left to go in the second period. Not going to say anything yet. But we'll talk about it at the end of the period because I don't want to jinx anything. OV, yeah, he got 900. The big 900. I have a Minnesota black jersey before they moved to Dallas. Nice. Very nice. Cabe. That one's turned over. Shot by Sergachev. They score. Oof. That one. I don't think that one should have gone in. Let's see this from Solars again. Was he screened? So it's a dump in there. McCabe is on it first. And it just gets past Matthews. That's not a good goal for Stoli, the goalie. It just goes 5-hole. Oof. 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 Yeah, that's a yikers for sure. Yeah, Stolars definitely wants that back. I think immediately you could tell, like, that's why I was like, did he get screened? Because it didn't really look like he got screened by Stolars' reaction. It didn't seem like he got screened. Yeah. Well, I was going to say that the Leafs have had a pretty solid period here. I mean, they still have. But I didn't want to say that before the period ended. That's what I was talking about. And, of course, they immediately scored because I was thinking about it. It's my bad. My bad. He definitely should have had that one. Montreal should have never traded away Sergachev. Yeah, he's been at... I mean, I was, like, surprised how... Like, I don't know. He was always... I know he was, like, important in Tampa, but I always felt like he wasn't as important as they were making him be. Or making him, like... Yeah, he had more potential, is what I'm trying to say, than what he had in Tampa. So, it's kind of showing that a little bit here. So, let's see if the Leafs can get a goal back. Well, that one... Russian-ass goal for Utah. Assisted by Shimachev, yeah. Sergachev and Shimachev. It could have been the ex-Andrei Markov. He was a good defenseman. I have always liked him. Here's Michelli. Nice little accept of that pass. He'll send it in deep. 89 versus 98 in the corner. And Robertson comes away with the puck. Spins around Sergachev. Tries to find Domi. It's just out of his reach. And it was 11. The 11 took it away from the other 11. Gunther taken away from Domi. Domi fighting for it here. Minute 55 left to go. That is waved off for icing. Ooh, bad pass there. McBain to Gunther. Simichev gets it down low. McBain battling there with OEL. Sorry, I had to burp again. I'm sure you guys probably heard that, unfortunately. Now Kraus. Ooh, that was almost intercepted by Tavares there. That comes out. At least play it back in, and I don't know why that play was called. Yeah, it's not Fanatics. It's I believe it's Nike that's still making them this year. I don't think it's going to be the same in future times, but I think it's still Nike. I know it's not Fanatics though. They just did the Four Nations ones because that was an NHL specific event. Carlo keeps it in for a moment, but now it's played out. Wait till you see the highlight of 900 for OV. It's super cool. I'll look it up after the end of this period here. It'd be funny just after every single time Ovi scores, the Caps just clear the bench and celebrate with Ovi. It's a record breaking goal every single time he scores. They just clear the bench every single time. Oh no, Nylander. Oof. He was down. He did get up on his own. He's hunched over. He is skating to the bench, though. Oh. The puck came up. Ooh, kind of towards the back of his head. Yeah, it bounces off the boards. I think it hits like the back of his ear. And it looks like he's still on the bench. So I think it's just a stinger. Yeah, I think he's good. I think it's just a little bit of a stinger that he wasn't ready for. That's not great. I think in Tampa, Sergachev had some players in front of him, so he was lost in the mix. Now that he's Utah, he's one of the go-to players for sure. I definitely, yeah, like they had a lot of like Sergachev was on the third pair for a lot of his time in Tampa, but that's just because like they had Hedman and McDonough and other guys ahead of him. Like it, yeah, it was difficult for him in Tampa because like I I don't think that he was on the third line because Tampa thought he was bad, or on the third pair because Tampa thought he was bad. I think it's just they had guys who were better and more experienced and all of that. So I was thinking about how they should really commit to that bit. Yeah, just the bit of literally, oh man, Tavares, like, I don't know how Nyes doesn't get the worst of that hit. Crazy. Oof. Bars got some wrapping on his finger. A cross-checking call on someone. Let's see. Oh, it's McBain I mean, that's a pretty weak cross-checking call, I'm gonna say. I guess, like, it's... I think that happens 100 times out of 100. It is a dumb penalty by McBain, but that happens a lot. A lot. I'm surprised they called that. Yeah, at least we're starting the third on the power play. Ottawa Senators release throwback white jersey. Like you'd like for them to? That's fair. For the 35th. Okay, for the 35th. Gotcha. I'm seeing what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, their jerseys now, though, are so... They're basically the same as their original ones, though. They're very close. Very, very close. Let me watch that OV. OV 900. Cool. Yeah, let's watch on NHL.com, my favorite place to watch videos. It's definitely not a... I feel like they always take so long to load. Oh, Bennington. That's a terrible play by Binner. And damn. That I feel like that's just a terrible time from Binner. Yeah, so they do clear the bench, which obviously makes sense. It's just a backhand flutter. That's funny. It's maybe not the best looking goal out of Ovi's career, as Bennington is just completely out of position. No, I don't want the next video. I want to replay it. God, I hate you. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, Bennington was completely out of position. But, I mean, I guess good on Ovi for even just throwing on the backhand there. The funniest way you could have scored, yeah. I mean, Ovi stuck with it. That's what goal scorers do. All right, let's finish off my dulls, the ones I didn't have time to finish. Start off with golf. I still find it that Dumba we had jersey 55, so it was dumbass. Yeah, that's a good bit. All right, just a little. Okay, I was hoping that it would be light enough, but not too light. This isn't a tricky shot. Nope, I'm all good. Yeah, we'll just rip it. Yeah, there we go. Just fucking rip her, eh, bud? That's a bad pass. I said pass. It's a bad shot. Come on, man. Harder. You gotta go harder, man. There we go. See if I can skip a couple. Nice. Can I see what's down here? Okay. That's a terrible shot. How am I supposed to... I've had some not good shooting right here. This is not a good performance from your boy. How do we want to play this? Right there. Nah. Maybe if we just like chuck it, go off the backboard. Yeah, like that. And we're just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna fire it hard, go off the back. Little harder. Little harder. Harder than that. There we go. 22. -4. We take those. Not our best performance, but we take those. Steve Hines had 57. That's good too. That is very good. I feel like with those types of names, yeah, you kind of just have to. You gotta have some fun with it. We'll do Jordan Tutu and number 22. Yeah. There's some other good ones. I don't know if I can think of any good ones like that. I can't. My brain's not there. Those are some good ones. I'll make for a good video, like the funniest name and numbers. It'd be interesting. Showed a clip that Bennington didn't want to give the milestone puck to Ovi because he was too pissed that he allowed that goal. I mean, it was just an awful, like, 30 seconds from him. Getting pelt. Maybe the Red Senators jersey from the 97 to 2000s. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like their jerseys now are like, they're not the exact same. Oh, you mean like the Scooby-Doo-eyed ones? Yeah, they could do that one. That's true. They could do those ones. Those ones would be similar, or would be fun. They're not too similar to what they were now. All right, let's do this one. So we have to connect these squares in movies. So Anne Hathaway, she does ride a motorcycle in Batman. She is a burglar in Batman. And that's like a line in Batman. Is this just Batman? Nope. Is this like... Is she maybe a journal? Oh, third in a trilogy. Yeah, it is The Dark Knight Rises. All right. I knew that one from the get-go. Journalist targeted by an oil tycoon. This is like a... I don't think it's Denzel Washington, though. I thought this would be like Mark Ruffalo. Well, Keanu Reeves... Oh, Liam Neeson particular set of skills. This is fucking Taken. Looking for their child. There we go. Journalist Anne Hathaway goes to Paris. I feel like I should know this one, but I don't. I'm gonna assume this one is like, I don't know, like Constantine, maybe with Keanu Reeves, possibly. I don't know if he's a lawyer though. I don't know the Denzel Washington one. What's the Denzel Washington? Pelican Brief. Okay, Devil's Advocate. All right, fair enough. And this one is, I don't know. Rush for the Devil. Devil Wears Prada. I guess it makes sense. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. And these ones are movies that we have to connect, usually with like a theme, so an actor or location, something like that. Taken the Gray, so this is maybe Liam Neeson. Problem is I don't know anything else on here that Liam Neeson was in. Pearl Harbor, Rwanda. Damn. I am not sure. His last name, Hines requested to wear 57, as in Hines, the ketchup, yeah. With the Bruins, however, the Bruins manager, Harry Sinden, denied his request. What a dick. Come on, man. You gotta let him wear that 57. I don't know what Liam Neeson, was he in Gladiator? No. Was he in The Birdcage? Gladiator, Eddington, Hotel Rwanda. Gladiator, Eddington, Hotel Rwanda. Oppenheimer, just because there's a lot of guys in there? No. No idea, bro. No idea. Just gonna move some stuff around. Hope for the best. Sometimes you just gotta move things. Okay, Brother Bear, Insomnia, 30 Days a Night. No idea. Just gonna move those like that. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Got lucky with Silence and Love Actually, because I didn't know he was in those movies. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so here's the thing. What happened is that even though we have 3 yellows, meaning that, you know, theoretically I should just move these and get 4 of them, that's not going to happen, because one of these yellows is the green, which the green goes the opposite direction. And I only have 1 swap left before I realize that, so we're done. Can I figure any of these out, though? Hamlet, Aladdin, Birdcage. I don't know enough about these movies, I'm going to be honest. I got no idea. No, we'll just lose. What is the solution? Alaska is one of them. Brother Bear, Insomnia, The Gray, 30 Days of Night. I didn't even know that The Gray... The Gray is the only one that I've watched of that, and I didn't even know that was set in Alaska. I forgot about that. Josh Hartnett. Wouldn't have got that. Robin Williams. I actually only know that he was in Aladdin. That's the only one that I knew he was in. And Joaquin Phoenix. Damn. Okay, that one I probably should have got, because I know that he's in Editing and Gladiator. I don't know Brother Bear. That one's a movie that I'm not sure of, but... I didn't know that he was in Hotel Rwanda, either, to be honest. That's news to me. That is news. Bruins was his first team. He later, when he went to the Brews, they let him wear 57. It's good that the Blues let him wear it, but it's unfortunate. Vegas Golden Knights Reverse Retro 2.9 Glow in the Dark. One replaced the Gray as the alternate third. Oh, I've heard that their third jersey is going away. I don't know if that 2.0 is what would be replacing it, but I have heard that I think this is the last season for the Gray jersey. So, which is, I don't know, a little unfortunate, but I do like their gold jersey more than the Gray jersey. I love the gold jersey. It's so goofy. It's so fun. Um, but yeah, I mean that was, that was kind of part of like the report where they said, you know, that the a new line of what's it called, league wide jerseys are coming again. That was kind of part of the report. Gladiator is the number one movie of all time. You know what? I've not watched it, but I have only heard good things of Gladiator, so I should watch it at some point. But I have not, for whatever reason. Honestly, I didn't really like Vegas before, but now that I have Barter, I hope they fail. That's funny. I I never hated Vegas. I understand why people do, for sure. Um, like I kind of almost like respect the fact that they're just willing to be like, we literally don't care about anyone, and we're just going to like we are building a team to win, and if that means we have to trade a fan favorite like that, we'll do it. Um, yo, G Normile? Is that how you pronounce your name? I'm sorry. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Thank you so much for the membership. Thank you. I very much appreciated that. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, but thank you so much. Um, yeah, like I almost respect the fact that they don't care about anyone and they will trade someone in an instant if they think that it makes their team better. But yeah, I definitely understand why people don't like them. I do like their jerseys though. I've liked every single one of their jerseys. Love the Golden Knights gray jersey, but they're the Golden Knights, not the Gray Knights. I'll miss that jersey. Um, they were smart to wait to add the gold. Yeah, I think they were as well. I think that was a good time to wait as well. Like making it the third and then making it the home. I think people do already hate their gold jerseys, but I think more people would have hated them if they just like straight up came out with them first year. And I think also like I'm sure they kind of had to figure out how to get it done properly as well. I'm sure there was some aspects like that too, where because it is even though the gold was on their inaugural season jerseys, um, it's making it the entire thing. I think is a little bit different, and they did have to change the inside of the jersey to make it so it wasn't quite as irritating. It still is like it's not the same as like other jerseys. Like it's not as smooth as other or comfortable as other jerseys, I should say. But yeah, it's definitely I think better than the gold parts of their gray and white jerseys. Yeah, tonight is Kadri's 1,000th game. Ovi does have 900 goals. Yeah, I watched that in the intermission. That goal, which Bennington was just out to lunch on that one. He was so out of position. It was a terrible 30 seconds for Bennington. Yeah, yeah, I do kind of wish that he was on the Leafs again. I understand why they made that trade at the time. I get it, but if he wanted to come back to Toronto, I would not say no. I'll be like, yes, please come back. Just got my reverse retro Florida jersey. Going to order the 30th anniversary one that has a similar logo, but the cat's head instead of the sun. I don't know if I know which one you're talking about, to be honest. Panthers. Like you mean like the patch or oh the like the practice or the warm up jersey? Is that the one you're talking about? See if I can show it. Let's see. Talking about this guy? Maybe? That is pretty nice. That's pretty sweet. That's the one you're talking about. That's it? Yeah, that's nice. That's a good one. Dude, I'm an idiot. I had my Chrome muted, but I had music playing in the background. Let me change the period, because third period's starting here. And we'll get that up, and we'll get that up. Oh yeah, the Leafs are starting on the power play. Forgot about that. First power play of the night for the Leafs. Okay. Golden Knight home and road. They have like popcorn effect. Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, that's true. From what I've seen, if Kadri was to get traded, the two teams he's interested in the most are the Leafs and the Habs. Yeah, I don't want him to go to the Habs either. Not a practice jersey. That's the warm-up jersey. I don't know why I keep calling practice. Oh my god, that puck just goes through. I keep calling warm-up jerseys practice jerseys, even though I guess technically they're not warm-up jerseys anymore. They're more like fan jerseys. I don't even know what you would call them now. Tavares with a shot. That's a good block there. Nylander can't hold the line. Yeah, I don't even know what you would call them now because they're technically not warm-up jerseys. I don't know. Just specialty jerseys, I guess, is maybe the correct term. Oh, Tavares fanning on that. Kadri back to Leafs, or does he not want to go back to? I think, yeah, I think he wouldn't mind. I think that's what I've heard as well. Is that he would be okay with going back to the Leafs, but the problem is the Leafs have to figure out something that they can pay to get Kadri, because the Flames are probably going to get some decent offers for him. Michelli to Robertson. Oh, I think that just missed. And back to the point is Riley, who's on the second unit now. Michelli across, and that hops the stick of Domi. And that hops the stick of Riley. Jesus Christ. Leafs can't control any of these passes here. Now they're back in, though. Michelli across. Robertson. Oh, and that stopped. Tries to send it back in front. Stopped again. I don't think that was Robertson's A shot. He was trying to go 5-hole. Nice hold at the line by Matthews. McCabe. He'll send it behind the net. Now back at the point is Nylander for OEL. Down low. Now it's up high. McCabe, he's in the slot. And he can't knock that one down. And that's sent out. Leafs are 3-0 when tied after the second period so far this season. Man, this has been a low shot. I haven't even really noticed how low shots this game is. It's 16-13 in favor of Utah. That puck turned over. Here's Joshua. Back pass. And just trying to find Matthews as there's a half of a line out there right now as McMahon is out there with Matthews and Joshua, but Matthews and McMahon are going to get a change here. Or at least Matthews did. McMahon's still out there. Now Myers to Mermis. And hat pass didn't get to the man, so Hayton back in. Mermis is trying to make up for his mistakes. Hayden shooting stopped by Stolars. Jesus. I was trying to, just as I was saying, Hayton's trying to make, or Mermis is trying to make up for his mistake. He lets Hayton walk right into the slot. No issues. Minnesota 25th anniversary white jersey. come the away. I Oh no, that was a good shot by Robertson. Yeah, it was just a good save. I don't know if I would like for it to become the away jersey again, even though I do really like it a lot. Um, I wouldn't want them to if they were to switch the 25th anniversary back to the away. Um, I would want them to switch the home, but I really like their home jersey right now, so I don't want them to do that. That's a nice little pass by Robertson to Riley. Riley to Robertson, and that's chipped high. That's a good little play, though, by those two. Just don't quite get the goal. Leafs are back in. Here's Riley holding onto it. His shot. That one was wide of the net. Now that pass is intercepted by Krause, and he'll play it down into the Leafs' end. Love for the Wild to bring back the green jersey to match that white jersey. Like they took out the wheat color and add the yellow instead. Yeah, like I do like those inaugural season jerseys for the Wild. They are both very nice. I just do like their current home jersey though. I think their home jersey right now is super slick. So it's like, that being said, like if I'm looking at it as like two jerseys together, I do like the original jerseys a lot more than their current jerseys because I don't really like their away jersey right now. I think their away jersey is fairly weak at the moment. But I think their home jersey looks nicer than the inaugural season home jersey. Close, though. It's close. That play is offside. I've forgot to switch my clock back after the Leafs power play, so that was like 6 minutes. Which teams do you think has the worst home and away jersey in the league? I mean, the easy one to say is the Capitals, right? Like that's the slam dunk. I think that's the answer you're gonna get from most people. And like the thing for me is like the other factor that plays into it is that they've had those jerseys for so long that I would like for them to switch it up. So like it's part of that, and also the fact that I think the jerseys do just suck. Like they're not very good. I would also like throw in Columbus in there though. Like I don't think Columbus's jerseys are that bad, but I want something different from them. Throwaway jersey's pretty nice. Oh, Joshua had a chance there. The Columbus away jersey I think is not bad, but I still would like for them to change it. You can kind of throw Carolina into that mix, I would say as well, but it's more so to do with the fact that it's just conflicting jerseys. That's the main reason. Me right now, it's Tampa. They look a lot like the Leafs ripoffs, which they would go back to their original jerseys. Yeah, they I think are up there for sure, or down there, I guess, depending on how you want to look at it. Um, I do wish they would add black back into the mix for sure. The thing with me is like, ooh, yeah, that's off Nylander stick and goes into the stands. Um, as we head to another commercial break. Yeah, the thing like with me is like, you obviously can just be like, man, these previous jerseys are better than the current ones, and I would say like that is correct for Tampa, but I like when teams do something a little different. I don't like when teams just go straight back to using old jerseys again. It just feels to me a little lame. It's like it's just too safe. Uh, So yeah, like I definitely would be down for Tampa to do something similar to their inaugural season jerseys, but just not quite the same. Nashville, yeah, Nashville's definitely not great either. I don't like their jerseys a whole lot. Um, I wish that they would add some silver. Like their inaugural season jerseys, once again, are a lot better than their current ones. I wish they would add some silver back into the mix. Yep, that. Damn it! I said the same thing. I said the same thing as you. Yep, like almost word for word. That's funny. Um, yeah, something like that. Some silver would be nice. It's just a little bit too. There's too much yellow. I think you know there are jerseys with a lot of yellow that work. Like I mean, literally those two jerseys right there. I think are examples of it. The Pooh Bear and the Mustard Cat jersey. Two yellow jerseys that have a lot of yellow, but I think they look nice. But just the current Nashville ones don't quite work for me. But yeah, Nashville definitely up there for sure. Let's see what else. I think those are like mostly the ones that I'm like really negative on. I think Utah's home is nice, but the away sucks. Yeah, like for me, I think Utah is more just disappointing. It's actually really funny. I was talking with my coworker the other day, and we were just talking to hockey. Um, and I was just like covering a break for someone, so I was supposed to be leaving soon. Uh, and we were talking. We got onto the topic of Utah, and he was saying that he likes the Utah jerseys, and just as I was about to like respond to him, um, the other person came back from their break, and I had to leave, so I didn't really say my thoughts on it. But I'm like, you almost got hit with my special interest. It was close. He almost went onto a road that he had no idea where I was just gonna like rant to him. So he got a little bit saved there. Lawrence is going slowly off onto the bench there. That's not great. Um, but yeah, he got saved a little bit there. But yeah, for me, Utah I, like I don't really have a huge issue with the look of the jerseys. Oh, Cubs scores! Comes out in front, and Tavares backhands it up high into the net. 501 for John Tavares. And we're on the road to 1,000 for JT. Yeah. He's getting there. We gotta have the countdown. Good on the forecheck here by McMahon. Nice job. And he manages to get it in front. It's a bouncing puck that there's like three Utah players. It just goes past them. They're trying to knock it down and they can't. And Tavares is the one that gets there in time and just throws the backhand. That's a good shift. That's another good job by McMahon. McMahon, who's had his struggles, but good on him. I think the natural dark jersey should be mostly blue and then some yellow and silver in it. I don't think that it should be blue. I'm fine with still being yellow as the primary for Nashville, but I think they do need to add a little bit more colors into it to break it up some more. That's my thoughts. He could make Team Canada. Yeah, he's definitely had a good year. South Carolina Stingrays jerseys. They remove the three letters, replace the primary logo, add the Capitals patch on the shoulder. That's probably for the best. Yeah, definitely adding a logo and replacing letters is always a good thing in my eyes. Utah Cup puck watching and puck waving. Yeah, well they were just trying to knock the puck down and they couldn't get it. Yeah, they didn't decide to take the body of Tavares. They didn't see him coming. They just were trying to knock it down. Nashville, the skull logo on that mustard jersey shoulder, um, was said to be the logo. They wanted to be the team's logo, but the NHL said the saber-tooth tiger's way. Oh, they said no to the saber-tooth tiger. That's why they have their name. I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I like the shoulder patch on those. They're sweet. I don't know if I would like it as a main logo. I think as a shoulder patch it works, though. Remember that fan-made Utah Blue jersey? Think they should actually make that as a third? Yeah, I think that's a possibility. The puck comes in front, and that's a good stick by Carlo to knock it away. Here's a shot at stop by Stolars. This game has ramped up real quick here. But yeah, that as a third jersey, I think would look nice for sure. What I was saying though with Utah's jerseys is, yeah, like I just wanted something. I think it's because in my mind, and this is maybe just a me thing, in my head, I really did expect the inaugural season jerseys to just be that and be temporary, and them to add as pushing and shoving. It's not Myers on top of Gunther, I believe. I don't think there's any penalties that are coming out of that. Ooh, Mermis, yeah, he got hit hard by Gunther. Maybe that's probably what sparked it. Yeah, I think it was just a me issue because I was expecting those inaugural season jerseys to just be that, and them to make some sort of change, whether it's an add another color, add, some different striping pattern, whatever it may be. But the fact that they didn't do that at all, and it's literally just their inaugural season jersey. Well, their away is almost one for one their inaugural season jersey, outside of adding shoulder patches and making the text italicized. That's about it. And their home is just, new logo on the front, new shoulder patches. It's, I don't know. I was wanting something different, and I guess that's my fault. I shouldn't have expected that, especially with how much, I guess, people were fond of the inaugural season jerseys. I think maybe that's just what surprised me, is how many people liked them in Utah. Yeah, the full Mammoth logo I think would be cool as a third as well. Yeah, they I mean that is the reason I think why they're so close, is they did say specifically that they didn't want to change too much because people liked those jerseys. And I wonder, like, or at least they were, the response was so positive in terms of how well the jersey sold. And I wonder, like, is that really, like, I guess people do like them, but to me, like, I think most jerseys would sell well in, like, when you come to a new team like that. Utah Jazz, when they make changes to their uniform, I think they'll do that with a Mammoth. Maybe. Like, you're thinking that since it's the same owner, they'll kind of do similar things. It's good. They could be. I don't know. I I was really hoping for, I don't know, just a little bit more. And I also was a little bit disappointed with the name too. So Lisa recorded three goals, 3+ goals in 7 straight games. Ooh, that pass across and shot. Stolar's knocked down in front. And that this McCabe, he's battling with Hayden in front. He didn't like Hayden going into Stolar's. And Hayden's getting knocked down. Now comes back in front to him. Oh, man. McCabe vacated the front of the net to help behind it. And the second he did that, Hayden had a scoring opportunity. Jesus. Uh, you know how many memes I saw after the Blue Jays lost the World Series saying they were like the Leafs? I mean, I'm not obviously a Jays. I was invested in this series for the Jays, but the 7 games of the Jays were the like only 7 games of baseball I've ever watched. So I don't really have much to say. But to me, from what I've heard, it seems like it's not comparable. Like, yes, they had a lead late into the game, and then they had opportunities to finish it, and they couldn't close it out. But like, I don't think the Jays were really supposed to be like that good of a team this year, anyways, right? Like, this was, and the fact that they took a team like the Dodgers, who I think are supposed to be very, very good. Like, I mean, obviously they have Shohei, but like, yeah. So I feel like from my non-baseball knowledge, it didn't really seem like comparable to the Leafs whatsoever. Jazz better not change their jerseys. They're beautiful. That is fair. I do, from what I can remember, I think even though I'm not a huge basketball jersey fan, I think they're one of the ones that I do like. Lucas Beckman currently played Lake Como. Lake Como Dracker. Okay. In the QMJHL. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, I thought Domi had a lot more room than that. There was 2 defensemen back still. Hey brother, sorry I'm late. Didn't know you were on. Yeah, that's fair. No worries at all. Welcome, welcome. I had to restart my stream like twice at the start, so that probably I don't know, probably didn't help with getting people in here. Probably made it a little bit harder for people to stop on by. Utah Jazz jersey had very nice purple a couple seasons ago. When we got the Mammoth, they took the purple out. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, see, I would have liked purple in the Mammoth jerseys. I think the purple would have been nice here. I've seen some concepts, and I think, yeah, like just a 4th color, I think would have been really cool. Which, like, I know, like, maybe that's too many colors, some people would say. But I think another jersey I'm not the biggest fan of is Ottawa. I think I like the red jersey with the other logo more. Like, you're talking about the 3D, like one of their older jerseys, or the new red jersey. See, I don't like that 3D logo. Or those 3D jerseys. I think their current ones are a lot better than those ones. My feed has been shite. How's Lawton looked? I don't. He hasn't looked too bad, but he's also on the 4th line right now, so he hasn't really been noticeable, at least to me, to be honest with you. He did take a penalty, and I'm trying to remember what the penalty. Oh yeah, he did take a bad penalty. He punched a guy in the head after the whistle when they weren't really in a fight. So that was a bad one. But outside of that, he's looked okay. Joshua in front. Here's Michelli. Scores! Michelli against his former team. Oh, and there's a little bit of a fight afterwards. Joshua in the middle of it. Both teams are celebrating here. So a big game from Matias Michelli. A goal and assist here. So Joshua will just throw it into the corner. Michelli sends it back down around. Good pass by Joshua, and that somehow finds his way through. Yeah, just past Vanacek, and Wall got knocked down in front. That's what I think Joshua came after the Utah players after. 5 points in the last 5 games for Michelli. It's not bad. Unexpected. He hasn't really seemed like he's had that, to be honest with you. Love my NHL and hockey. Watch 2 teams, any league. Michelli, just like Robertson, after being taken out of the lineup, has a game. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was talking about before where, like, I understand Michelli getting taken out of the lineup, but also at the same time, I feel like he's had some really nice passes so far this season. Just the other guy hasn't been able to convert on it, so it's good that... Oh, man, McBain had a good little rush there. Got a shot on goal. Now more pushing and shoving after the whistle. Nobody picks up Michelli. Nice clump of players in the front for a screen. Yeah, he had a really good... Well, that's why I was surprised it got through. Is because there was like 3 or 4 players in front. But he managed to get it through that screen. And yeah, that was probably a tough one for Vanacek. Couldn't really see much. Don't like the Senators Reebok jerseys. Little better under Adidas before going to the old look, the updated one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that 3D look for the Senators. I don't like the striping a whole lot. It's crazy. I don't. Yeah, not my ideal Senators jersey. I like their current ones. Their current ones are. It's weird because, like, even though I do like their current ones, like, they do feel... I don't know, they're just, like, kind of meh. Like, I like them, but they're meh. It's weird. I have a strange opinion on them. Because, like, the 3 teams that, like, went back to basically their inaugural season jerseys in 2020 were the Flames, the Sabres, and the Senators. And I like the Senators and the Sabres jerseys more than the Senators. Or the Flames and the Sabres more than the Senators. I don't know if I said it properly there. I think I said the Senators twice in that first one. Anyways, yeah, it, like, to me, I don't know. Like, I still think it was a smart move for them to go back to them. And I like them, but yeah, I don't know. Eric Wilnius, reassigned by the Gladiators to the Senators. Interesting. It's a wild name. This year I picked up 2 Kelly Rosen Leafs gamers. Like I told you on Instagram, he got signed by the Caps and placed with the Bears. So stoked to attend Bears and meet him and meet the team in January. Take Rosen to sign your gamers. And the Caps traded him on Monday? No. Oh, yeah, he did get traded. Who did he get traded to? I don't even remember. Rosen trade. The Blues. Damn. I forgot about that. He got traded. That does suck. Ah, that's too bad. Damn. I feel bad for you, man. That's tough. So it's an empty net here for Utah. With 3:30 left to go. That pass around gets cut off by the Mammoth. Nye's trying to dig it out. Now here's Sergachev. He'll just play it into the corner. Now Cooley. To Schmaltz. Back for Schmaltz. Now Keller. Down for Cooley. Good job by McCabe. Gets it to Nylander. Up to Nyes. Nyes down. And scores. And that probably should do it for the Leafs. Although there is still like 3 minutes to go. So you never know, but that's a good job by McCabe in the corner. Separate the man from the puck. And they're showing off McCabe here. So it's a little bit of a fan on the pass, but it does get to Cooley. It's just a good forecheck by McCabe, or good check, I should say, by McCabe. I saw some of Michelli's highlights from when he was in Arizona. He looked damn good. Yeah, he had some really nice plays. Oh, the ref got, I think, roughed up a bit. Um, Undefeated in November. It's 5 days in, but yeah. Oh yeah, the ref got a stick in the ear. Ouch. Um, yeah, I definitely agree with you, Avocan, for sure. Um, you needed a Keller goal bigly, but you'll take at least win for Jeff. Thanks, man. Uh, Rents, they still might get a Keller goal. Let's be real. Uh, Legit question for you: I've seen the Saddle Dome before the Flames leave the arena. Worth getting my money, worth getting my passport for, and paying the money for the trip. Love to see classic arenas. Oof, that is a good question. See, I love the Saddle Dome. I really do. Um, I'm actually, I'm, I'm thinking about like, I would like to go to the final game in the Saddle Dome. I know that it'll probably be expensive, but I kind of want to go to it. Um, I see. I really like the Saddle Dome personally. I'm very fond of it. It is like I get its flaws for sure, but I don't know. It's just it has nice little quirks to it. I like the fact that it is like in the shape of a saddle. I love that. Um, I am gonna miss that with the new arena. Like it just losing its personality is. I hope they keep, you know, some of like the flames aspects, like the fact that they have like the fire go off after every goal for the Flames. I hope that they keep that in the new arena. I would think that they would. Um, but yeah, like I don't know if it would be worth the money though. Like that'd be. I think there's Gunther in alone. Oh man, Gunther scores. Jeez. That's I think the Leafs got a little lazy here. Yeah, Gunther just speeds past everyone and goes 5-hole on Stolars. Yeah, that's the Leafs getting a little bit too comfortable with a minute and a half left in the game, up by 3. Yeah, I don't know if it would be worth the money. You would have to definitely make a trip out of it. I think you would have to go to the Saddle Dome. Got to go to probably even, you know, Edmonton. Go see a game in Edmonton. Go to Banff. Like I think you got to make a full trip out of it for it to be worth it. Um, so you could make a good trip out of it. I think you could. But yeah, if you're just going to see the Saddle Dome, I don't think it'd be worth the money. um, I just was looking up. Um, Big Michelli guy. Glad to see he's doing well in the Leafs. Yeah, well, I mean, he did get scratched like 2 games ago or whatever it was. Are the Wranglers close? Yeah. I mean, they're the Calgary. The Wranglers play in Calgary, right? They are the Calgary Wranglers, but I'm pretty sure they play at the Saddledome. They, yeah, they do play in the Saddledome. Okay. I was like, there's nowhere else they would play. Oh, Stolar's going for the empty net, gets knocked down. And he has to come back in front and make the save. Damn. Oh, man. I think that was going wide anyways, but that was worth a shot. Yeah, it was not high enough. Kraus easily knocks it down. That's I like that though from Stoli. Go for the empty net, why not? All right. That's one last save for Stolars, and that is going to do it. So the Leafs win 5-3. And that's it. It's a good game for the Leafs. That's an actual. They got the win, which is positive, but they also didn't play like trash for 40 minutes, so that's nice. Too bad they didn't score 8. Would make Panthers a little happier. That's fair. Yeah, it's a good win for the Leafs. When the new arena is built, will the Wranglers move or stay in the Saddle Dome? Well, the Saddle Dome is getting demolished, as far as I'm aware. I think, yeah. So it's slated for demolition. 2027. Yeah, so I think in 2027 is probably when it's done. Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, they'll move with the Flames, which I mean, it's not really a move. It's like it's like a couple blocks away. uh See, I will say I'm still slightly concerned with Solars. Yeah, I mean that second goal wasn't great. The Gunther one, whatever. Um, but yeah, the I don't know. I do feel like a lot of issues that a lot of issues Stolars has had. It's been a lot of bad defensive breakdowns, which I know you got to save some of those, but yeah, I I get the concern, but I'm still optimistic on him. Next Leafs game is against the Bruins. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, yeah. I'm sad that the Saddle Dome is going away. I wish that they just remade the Saddle Dome. Honestly, that's what I wish that they did. Just remade the Saddle Dome, but that's just me being me. That's gonna do it though. For this stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna head out. New video will be not tomorrow, but the next day, because I know that the PWHL jerseys are being for, well, at least the team names for Seattle and Vancouver are being released tomorrow, and then the Olympic jerseys for Team Canada are released tomorrow as well. So I'll probably make a video on both of those, most likely, and then I have some couple ideas as well in the works. So yeah, we'll see when the next stream is. Not quite too sure, but I thought that I would stream today. Why not? So yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go. Thank you. Bye.